Ladies and gentlemen of wet shaving, and to all who shall see these presents greetings. Today we have a sample of Sonder by Mammoth soaps. This is going to be from the previous base, obviously. I don't believe they've released that in Tusk. We're going to be using the Wolfman WR2, split gap 1.15, 1.35. We're going to be using that with a fresh, brand new Nasset blade. And then I'm going to be using my sub making required. This has his V1 knot in it that's soaked, ready to go, and we'll be back right after a second. And we're back. So gonna wet the face real quick. Got everything a little lathered up. You know, this was kind of interesting because this lathered up, it feels more like it really loaded the brush than it did actually produce a bunch of lather in the bowl. But so I'm gonna see what happens here on the face on this, because I think there's a lot in here. I want to give a little shout out to John at Lathering. He sent me this sample and I did not think it looked like a lot, so I put every bit of it into the bowl. And now that I've started to try and get this together here, I think I got way more than a single use in there. So this is... Try to clear off this brush a little. Now, the reason I chose to come back to the Wolfman today, a lot of my friends, when they find out that I got one, I keep getting offers towards the Wolfman. And the problem there is I haven't used it enough to feel like I could say one way or the other if I am even willing to consider letting something like that go. I've had 4 really awesome shaves with it, but I think that after talking with a couple people in the community, I just feel like I should really get some time in and use this razor as much as I can, learn some of its characteristics, strengths, weaknesses, before I even consider any offers moving it along. It's an expensive razor, so people want to get a shot at it. You know, I don't even know what this... I keep noticing this after I have a video. I don't even know what this is. All right, so let's just get going. Do a little cleaning up. First time using my West Coast shaving towel. Not going to say much on that because I don't know much about it. Let's go. So I've decided that I'm going to be focusing some time on clearing out some of the samples. There are some soaps that I have coming in that I'm going to mix in, so it's not going to be like sample soaps here on out, but I have some soaps coming in that I'm excited to try. But another thing is, I've made a lot of really great friends in the community, and I've had more than a couple really awesome samples come in, and I've kind of been putting them on the back burner just because of new releases or various other things I'm working on. I feel like it's time I kind of get through them, and well, something like this. I believe John gifted me this sample prior to the release of Santal Noir. Is that right? That's the name? Yeah, I think that's the name. The APR Mammoth Soap collab. So I believe at that time that was the release of the Tusk. So now he's onto a different base, and I still have never tried anything. And I own some of the Tusk. I still haven't tried that. So I just feel like I'm kind of neglecting my own collection, because I've even got favorites among the ones that I have, and they keep getting used more than anything else. I don't know. I don't know if I need to wipe all that away every time, but just kind of help you know. This, talk a little bit about the brush. This, Some Making Required. He had, right when the Fallout releases came out, this was a favorite shape of mine, but I could not, I just wasn't interested in the Fallout, I don't want to say I wasn't interested in the Fallout release, but I really was, like, I wasn't looking for another dupe or anything. And the color scheme, I didn't like the idea of being attached to one particular soap release with the coin. So I just sent Philip Elliott a message asking if he could just do green. I didn't give him any direction. I just like, can you get this shape in green? And he's the one who got all the, like, he came up with the swirling and everything on that. But my only direction was that shape, military green. And then when he was done, because he wasn't like a custom order, and I don't think he does that stuff. He's just like, I can put something together like that sometime. And then by the time it was that time, his, it was like he already had the tracking number for his brushes, or knots. He's like, what do you want to do on the knot? I said, just hang on to it till you got your own, because I like the idea of trying other people's stuff, other people's wares. I wanted to see I like the idea of seeing when somebody has the opportunity to design their own stuff, seeing what they come up with. So we're gonna go across the grain now. Typically, I never do a shave when my wife is awake, or either I wait for her to go to bed and I do a nighttime shave and then I jump in bed, or I get up before her. And this one I timed poorly, because after getting out of the shower, she was already standing here impatiently waiting. So I told her, can you have breakfast or something? I really want to get this shave in. So somewhere, not too many feet outside this door, my wife is waiting on me. I've heard a lot of this debate recently about whether or not we as, I don't know, wet tubers, if you want to call it that, if we should be looking at the camera and only using the camera for our shaving. I have never cared in any videos that I've watched. So I guess if you guys have a serious preference about it, leave it in the comments below and I'll look into it. I'll try it a couple ways. I've never cared when I was watching videos. Like, and I watch a fair amount of videos every day. To be honest, I don't notice it unless somebody points it out. Excuse me. Switching over to the 1.15 side. All right, that's gonna be it. So yeah, after my shower this morning, I gave it about 10 minutes and my face was really, really dry. Just fresh out of the shower, I had no hydration left. But I'm a water champion. I like to drink a lot of water. And we were watching a show yesterday and I asked my son to bring me the gallon of water and he brought me distilled water. I had 2 full glasses of that before I realized it. But I had almost a gallon otherwise and I had like 3 or 4 to try and level that out. But I know you're not supposed to have distilled water. So not only was my brush soaked in distilled water, I am. So once again, I don't always talk about it, but this is a mainstay of mine, the Quinn's Cucumber Mint Witch Hazel. And then I have several samples of this. I can't even remember how I've gotten them all, but they are very useful. I really enjoy the unscented balm from Zingari Man, so I am going to be adding that. So thank you to everybody who has watched this morning. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday, a great week, and hopefully I'll see you guys again very soon.